Hello, this is Kathy with Kincaid Special Creations coming to you with a Trash to Treasure video of making a picture frame whiteboard. Something that you can hang on your wall, or if you've got the one that sets out with picture frame, you can stand it on your desk. Just a little gentle reminder of everything that you're doing. Today we are going to have Miss Hanny doing the craft for us. So what she is going to do is to take the picture frame with the picture in it, and she's going to turn it over and cut the back off of it. Then she's going to put this white paper in it, and we're going to see if it works.
All right.
So there we go, Miss Hanny. Just anybody that's using one of the craft knives, remember to be very careful.
So about how long do you think you've had this picture frame?
Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 or 8 years, maybe more than that. I think it came from the auction.
Okay.
If anybody remembers the back in the day me talking about it, I auctioned for about 5 years. That is how I have all this craft stuff that I can now come up and do Trash to Treasures with, which is one of our new series this year in 2026. We're going to be doing one at least every 2 weeks.
Okay. Oh, it's got staples. Sweet. This is a well-made frame, so we may have to work with it here. We can speed this part up, or okay. She's getting it with a pair of brand new scissors. Oops.
That's what we could use with the old scissors that we...
Can you remove some more of that paper so I can get a good look at what you're doing there? We'll probably need to, just to have it a nice finished back, we'll probably have to take that off anyway.
Yeah, that's hard to get off.
Will it not just pull off? There we go. That'll get a lot of it off. Maybe not around that, but...
This is a well-made picture. You can tell by having the craft paper on the back of it.
Right.
So it ought to do a really fine job as a whiteboard.
Okay. So now she's just kind of bending up those staples so we can try to get access. Probably won't have to do all the staples. We'll see how many we need to do. So now we get to take a look and see what this picture looks like, or if it's glued in, or what's happening here. We're going to try to reuse this piece of cardboard. Okay. So we're going to try to use that as a backer. Now, will the glass come out, or can we clean it somehow?
No.
Alright, so we'll just try to give that to Mom and let her use some of that glass cleaner.
You can use that as your pattern to make your piece to go in there.
Alright, let's clean up that mess.
You wonder how I sealed it up, how it would even have gotten dirty on the inside.
Alright, while Mom's cleaning that, Hanny is going to use the backer as a template to cut down some white paper. Oh, I didn't get you a pen, did I? You want one?
That's fine.
All right, so she just scored her a line.
I think I can just do this one.
Could fold it right there, and then it would be two.
Yeah. Make sure I tie it up.
All right, so she's just going to fold on her score mark. And then she can put it in the cutter to cut off what she don't need. Make sure it's straight up to the top up here, so you know you're getting a straight cut.
But
There's a pair of scissors over there if you need to trim. But that'll be behind the...
That is a lesson that you can learn if you have thin copy paper that you need to cut on one of these and it gives you trouble. You do two of them at the same time.
Yeah.
You might waste one piece of paper, but you'd waste it anyway if you had to use two different ones.
All right. So now we have a clean piece of, or a clean frame. We're going to put our white paper down. Okay. I have to bend it just a little to get past the staples. Okay. Since that's so old, let's flip it over to where it will hold into the frame better and hold the paper against the glass. All right, guys, it's not wanting to go in there the same way it came out, so it probably was under the staples. We probably will have to take all the staples out. So we're going to try to see if we can pull out some staples. And I'm going to pause this and we'll be back. All right, guys, so she tried a staple puller and that wasn't very good. She's got these big old pliers we found handy. And she's able to kind of wiggle it out with that. A screwdriver would work also to put your screwdriver tip in there and pop it out, but we didn't have a screwdriver handy in here. We have plenty of stuff out in the she shed, but it's a snowy day and we're just not going to run out there and get it. But if you choose to do this project, make sure you have you a screwdriver handy. Alright, so she's done about over half of them, so I'm going to put you back on pause while she finishes.
Okay, guys, we got the staples out. We first tried the staple remover. Then we tried these big honking whatever type pliers they are. And what worked the best in anybody's vocabulary is what I call a hillbilly screwdriver, which is simply a table knife or case knife or whatever the new people call these things that you can use. In any circumstances, they will do a flat screwdriver, they will do a 4-point screwdriver, and they will take out staples. And now Miss Hanny is going to take our picture. We did, with one part of it, we did get a little bit of dirt, but it's on the back of the paper, so nobody's going to see it. So now she is going to take this.
We don't know if that's a signature of who made this frame or this framed art
Hack.
in its original. Okay, Haney has a hack going on there. Okay, so then what are you going to do next?
Hot glue it.
She's going to put a bead of glue all the way around the picture frame to marry the wooden frame with the paper picture, so that it will all stay in place.
Pretty thick bead, so it's acting like a gasket, keeping it all,
Yeah.
keeping the cardboard in there.
Contrary to what anybody says, them hot glue tear your fingers up when you're trying to hold on to them to do that long a span of stuff. So I think Miss Henny's doing a wonderful job.
Put a little pressure in the middle of the paper there to make sure it's staying down where you need it. Just go slow. Not coming out.
No.
I think we're trying to do too much. Your hot glue gun may need time to heat back up. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause. Alright, we've let our hot gun heat up just a little bit more. We're going to try to get back into it to finish up this last little bit. We got this corner and one more side to do. And then we're going to take a few minutes and let that really dry real good before we mess with it to see if we don't want to like mess it up.
Yeah,
while
because as I said before, hot glue does not mean instant glue. You have to let that hot glue set up, become cold and set up in order for your project to stay in place where it is. Because the more you mess with it, that hot glue, if it's still warm, will come separated.
Right. All right, guys, we're going to put you on pause here. We'll
Good
see you
deal.
in a minute.
Hello, we are back. We have now let the glue set up and it looks good. Hannah's going to show you the picture of the front where the whiteboard is going to be. See how nice that looks?
Yeah.
And now we're going to put this piece of black cardstock on the back of it to make the back look as equally as good as the front. So she's going to manage to cut it down. And now we're going back to our rusty trusty. Oh, you're going to use the...
Let me try it this time.
I'm not sure. I think you need to be over here.
I got it.
I thought that was only me that has that issue. And I don't even have fingernails.
Okay.
See how much easier it cuts like butter when you're using thicker paper.
Yeah. Sorry, Tammy.
All right, there you go, my dear.
Okay. Now let's check our fit. We'll still have to cut out for the hanger. Fit looks good.
Yeah, don't drop that on you.
You're over on this edge a little bit. Let's make sure we get it all lined up right. You don't have to finish the back of your whiteboard. We just want to show you how you can. A lot of times, the frames that already had the covering on the back kind of look weird without it, because they haven't given, like at the store, it comes with like a backing, but these don't when they're covered in craft paper. So
Generally, if you find a picture that's covered in that craft paper, it's a higher end. Somebody has paid a pretty good penny for it when they bought it. But then after they get tired of it, it goes the same way as the cheap ones does. Now, you can go to Dollar Tree store, buy you $1.25 or $1.50 frame, and do this exact same project with it. I would get one, if you're going to set it up on a counter, one that has a little stand on the back of it. But
all right, guys, she's just going to Fabri-Tac all the way around, and I'm going to put you on pause just a minute. All right, she's finishing up on her last edge. She just took the Fabri-Tac, went as close to the edge as she can, and then she's going to wipe outward to the edge, wiping off any excess glue that comes out. But this will seal all the edges down, so it's not coming up. If it's hanging on your wall, like this one will have to hang, it won't, if it's rubbing the wall or something, it won't pull up the paper on the back. Getting a really good seal. We've used, like I said, Fabri-Tac, and that's a really good glue. All right, that looks
very
beautiful.
Nice, very nice.
Okay.
Turn it over and let's see how it works, Miss Hanny.
All right, so this would generally be hanging on your wall in your office or by your desk, and you can put anything that you want on it. Let me get around here where I can see my words right side up. So these are just dry erase markers.
I have heard that if you use wet erase markers, it's like a permanent marker. If you was to wipe on this right here with a dry erase, it will wipe off. But if you use a wet erase marker, it won't. It'd be like a permanent marker, but it cleans off with water just like a wet erase. Like
So
a dry
what are
erase
these?
marker.
Wet.
These are dry erase markers.
Okay.
And you can tell, it'll say on them wet erase or dry erase. These are dry erase, because that's
Okay.
what I had out there. But wet erase ones are the best ones that you can get now.
All right, so Henny found a nail up here, and then you can just put your dry erase board up on your wall, and you'll be able to write on it.
You
So-
write your message, then you just take your marker, your dry erase eraser, like a chalkboard eraser, erase it off, write your next message.
Yep.
There you
All
go,
right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.